Hi, this is Dean Cardinell from Worldwide Trekking, and today we're going to talk about the best routes on Mount Kilimanjaro. So people always ask, what is the best route on Mount Kilimanjaro? My favorite route is the Machame route on Kilimanjaro. It's scenically beautiful, you go through all the eco changes, and you have a great chance of acclimatization on that route. Followed closely by the Lemosho route. The Lemosho route joins the Machame route, but it just offsets those crowds later in the summer in August when the mountains see a lot more traffic, when the families are out of school in the United States and things like that. So I really prefer the Lemosho route or the Machame route for our climbs on Kilimanjaro. So you'll start the Machame route the first day in the rainforest. You'll make camp right on the edge of the rainforest at the start of the heath zone. From the Machame camp, you'll make your way up onto the Shira Plateau, and you'll be right on the edge. You'll go through the moorland and you'll be right on the edge of the Alpine Desert. It's a very beautiful evening up there from the Shira camp. We're going to make our way up through the Alpine Desert, 15,000 feet at the Lava Tower. From the Lava Tower, we'll take a little time to take a break, to relax. We'll have lunch just before the tower. We'll spend some time at that high altitude. Then we're going to descend into the Barranco Valley. And when we descend, we're going to go down a couple thousand feet. When we go down to that Barranco camp, 2,000 feet lower than the Lava Tower, our body's really going to feel that altitude acclimatization. We're going to rest a lot better. We're going to have climbed high, and then we're going to sleep low. Then we're going to make our way from the Barranco camp up through the Breakfast Wall or the Breach Wall and across the Barranco Valley into the Karanga Valley. At the Karanga camp, we'll spend a second night at a lower altitude. Still like 12,500 feet or so, but it's going to give our body the chance to acclimatize again for a second night. Then from there, we'll make our way up to the high camp, the Barafu camp. We'll take lunch at the Barafu camp. At our trips with Worldwide Trekking, we always put in for a special permit to stay above the Barafu camp and what they call the Kosovo camp. I would say that most of the outfitters on Kilimanjaro stay at the Barafu camp as their high camp, and we put ourselves about an hour and a half to 2 hours higher than that for the summit night. This is going to give us a more quiet camp with a lot less people in it up high on the mountain. It also avoids us going up that steep rocky section from the Barafu camp in the dark of night right out of the tent when we just first start our climb. So those things are really going to aid in our success and our enjoyment when we go up to the higher part of the climb. When we make our way to Uhuru Peak, we try to hit that timing right around 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So through the night, we're going to go very slowly at a nice, steady, slow pace. When we take breaks, we're going to be eating or drinking or changing a layer, or we're going to be moving very slowly, rest, step, moving a slow pace as we sneak up on Uhuru Peak. So we'll summit around sunrise on Uhuru Peak, and then we're going to make our way back down safely to that high camp at the Kosovo camp. When we get to the Kosovo camp, we're going to take about an hour and a half, 2-hour nap. We'll wake up for lunch, and then we'll continue down from the Kosovo camp to the Millennium camp. The only down route on Kilimanjaro is the Mweka route. You cannot ascend the Mweka route, you can only descend the Mweka route. So that's the way that we would come off of the Machame route. One of the reasons that I do like the Machame route the best is because it's scenically beautiful, but it also gives you a great time to acclimatize. My other favorite route on Kilimanjaro would be the Lemosho route. The Lemosho route enters from the west part of Kilimanjaro. We enter the forest and then up onto the Shira Plateau. It's 1 day longer, so as the Machame route is a 7-day route, the Lemosho route is an 8-day route because we're coming in a further distance from the west. After the 3rd day, we're going to join the Machame route. We are going to camp in different areas than where the Machame route campers stay. So where they have lunch, we will end up camping the night. And where they camp the night, we'll end up taking our lunch. The reason that we choose the Lemosho route is usually for later in the season. In July or August, if we have heavy crowds on the mountain, we'll choose to not do the Machame route and we'll go to the Lemosho route. In a recap, I'd say 7 routes on the mountain. My 2 favorites, number 1 being the Machame route, number 2 being the Lemosho route, and it really just depends on the time of the year. I personally think that the Machame and Lemosho route are the most beautiful routes on the mountain. They're very scenic, and they also give you a very high chance of success because of the lava tower, climbing up over the lava tower and descending, letting the body adjust to that altitude where you're really feeling good, and then making your way up to the summit of Uhuru Peak. Learn more about Kilimanjaro on our Trek Tip series. Watch the rest of these videos or visit our website and go to our travel blog at www.trek.com.